Well, this is the 2300T. I just opened up the box, and this is what you get in it. Owner's manual, the gun, and it's a generic box. Comes inside of another box, you know, says Crosman on it, and the sights. So they're not even mounted, which is okay, but they look to be pretty good sights, and sight adjusting tool, a little on wrench. So I guess we got to put that together, which I'm not going to bore you with, unless I have an issue. I did already do this, and it's supposed to be 1 to 4 pounds. And buddy, I tell you what, there's either bubble gum or something in here, but that's more like probably 6-8 pounds. I'm going to weigh it, and then we'll see what that comes out to be. So anyway, plastic front sight, just like all the others, I guess. Barrel band, steel breech, so that's probably the good part of it. The rest of it looks like a 2240 to me. So, okay. Okay, well, I weighed the trigger right out of the box, and the trigger just feels really gummy. Maybe, I don't know, we'll open this up and see what's in there. But anyway, I don't use a trigger pull gauge because I don't like them. I use the actual static weight, and I have a triple beam balance, and I make up these little weights on my triple beam, you know, and I've got calibrated weights that I compare all that to. So anyway, what the trigger comes out, you know, whatever. The trigger comes out to 4.5 pounds. Okay, so on a trigger that's adjustable from 1 to 4, I'm not sure how they got 4.5. Well, next we'll open this up and take the side plate off and see what's in there. Okay, well, I got this apart, and oh, as you can see, we've got the cute little adjuster, and it was screwed all the way, I guess probably all the way up. The only thing I was, you know, and these, I think they all do this, but when this is in there, it, you know, it goes like this. And that's how it was when it came out, you know. So there's no guide or anything on it. It was just like that. So, but that's kind of typical, I think. Has a washer, one of the beveled spring washers. I don't know if you can see that or not. You know, but it's just one of the curved ones, so it puts tension on the whatever it's up against. That was behind the trigger as that, and you know, the same old safety and stuff. So anyway, that's what's on the inside, just exactly what we probably expected. So, okay, well, I put this thing back together, the grip assembly, and at this point I'm going to leave the safety spring and the safety ball and the safety out of it, because I'll probably have this apart several times, and you know, as we all do, we shoot these across the basement, never to be found again. So I'm just going to leave them out until I'm finished, and then I'll put it all back together. The reason I pulled this much apart is I wanted to see what this hammer looked like, and you can see, you know, that it's looks kind of rusty to me. I don't know. The surfaces, you know, are all kind of rusty, and the cocking pin was hard to get out, like it was kind of stuck in there, which, you know, and all that's okay. It's got the typical steel transfer port, typical breech, I guess, that's typical. I did not pull the valve out yet, okay. And I probably won't, because I want to check this thing, you know, do some velocity testing with it just as it is. So I'll clean the barrel, clean the breech, just clean it all up. I'll probably do a little cleanup on this, on the hammer, put it back together, and we'll see what it does. Okay, I cleaned this up a little bit. I don't know. I just polished it, you know, and I cleaned the rest of it up, just so, you know, we can give it, you know, I would say what it was designed to do, give it that little advantage. So anyway, I want to stick this part of the tube back together, and then we'll be good. Oh, one thing I didn't, I went ahead and took the valve out of here, and I got my finger on the transfer port so it don't fall out. And that screw was kind of loose, so I was like, huh, you know, so I just slid the valve out, cleaned this tube out, just ran patches through the tube, you know, to clean it out, get the stuff out of there, and I can show you the patches, maybe, if I still got them. Yeah, there you are. And I flipped them around several times. You can see the circle. Oh, that's from me wiping off the hammer. Ignore that. But the rest of it's just what kind of came out of the tube. So, there you go. That's the polishing compound from when I wiped this off. So, that one don't count. But although you can see some of the tube stuff still on there. So anyway, it's all clean in there now. And I'm just going to lightly oil that and put the tube assembly back together, and then I'll probably clean the breech and the barrel, get it all cleaned up, and then we'll shoot it. I keep saying then we're going to shoot it. Okay, I got this thing all back together, and couple things. Even though I cleaned up the hammer and lubricated everything, cleaned all the old goop out and polished this and that, whatever, the hammer spring adjustment is down all the way, and I get 2 pounds 14 ounces. So I don't know, whatever. It's definitely going to get the 2-stage trigger upgrade. I order all the parts from Crosman, and we'll put that in. So anyway, left the safety out like I was saying, because I'm going to have probably this apart several times. The one of the things, the over travel screw was really sloppy in there. I mean, it was no way it would stay. So I put a drop of the blue Loctite on there. And that'll fix that up, and you can move it and get it out. The sight, I kind of really like the sight. It just there's I didn't know how this worked when I was buying this thing. There's a set screw in here, okay? There's a hole. I don't know if you can see it. Let me try and get the light better. Okay, there's a hole here and a hole here. And all you do, if you stick these in here and loosen them, this just slides right here. I'll just do it. Watch. So you loosen that just a little bit, and loosen that a little bit. Oh, there it is. So that's kind of nifty. Maybe you can see the screws. Okay, so you just slide it in. Whoops. Put it where you want it, and you snug those back down. Okay, and that's it. So that's kind of really nice, and it just fits in that dovetail just great. So I like the sight. The breech is just your standard Crosman breech as far as I can tell. I had it all part, cleaned it out too, you know. So there you are. Oh, I put some stainless, I hate this slotted head screws, so I put stainless screws, okay, button heads. In here I had some from one of the other builds I did, and underneath here, what goes through here, I also put a button head through there. So just to make it a little easier. So there it is. I think now we're ready to shoot the thing and see what kind of velocity we get. So, okay.